all of a sudden, then Phil Jackson magically appears. Like Phil Jackson jumped ship and was like, you know what? I'm going to jump over here because I see these studs. So now they win 3 championships. And so for people to say that it was chasing rings and LeBron left the original team that he was drafted, people forget that Grant Hill and T-Mac teamed up in Orlando. And if not for Doc Rivers it up, Tim Duncan would have been there. That's true.
Tim Duncan was
okay. I love Richard Jefferson, man. I love how lighthearted he is. I love his levity. I love the fact that he over there breaking this thing down to the very last compound, all the things. What I want to say is let's just make sure we understand perspective. I know all y'all ain't 51 years young like me, so you don't get this. But here's the real. Dog, back in the days, all this tougher NBA, all this, oh, we stuck together NBA, oh, I didn't go ring chasing NBA, all this, I stay loyal to my team NBA, all this, I built it from the mud NBA, is a big lie. And it's not because they're liars, it's because they're not telling the full whole truth. The full whole truth is, boy, y'all couldn't go anywhere. Yeah, it's real loyal to stay in your yard and claim your hood when you can't leave. They couldn't leave. Do y'all understand that even in the NFL, free agency didn't start to 92? Like, for real, like with real freedom, like, I could go without these consequences being so severe. Yeah, guys here and there went to a different team, but they didn't have player empowerment. So they didn't have player movement. We got to stop giving them credit for something that they never had. They didn't have it. That's what credit is. You ain't got it. So that's where this is coming from, the spirit of this. And if you look at it through that lens, you start to realize, oh, they on some BS. All these tough guys. Like, your granddaddy talking about, I walked uphill both ways, boy, to go to school. Yeah. Granddaddy, y'all ain't had cars. Like, let me stop.
Tim Duncan was on the way.
It is very true.
That's true. Tim Duncan is like my big brother. I love him to death.
Yep.
And I remember asking him a question. He goes, once Doc Rivers literally said, hey, look, we're gonna get it done with or without you. And Tim was like, oh, excuse me. The fact that Tim Duncan, Grant Hill, and T-Mac, and if not for Grant Hill's ankle injury, Grant Hill was a top 5 player in the league when he left Detroit. And T-Mac left Toronto. They were literally doing a big 3 in 2003. They were doing that. So now all of a sudden NBA fans forget, and all the people that want to be narrative driven and like LeBron ruined the NBA. It's simple. You haven't followed the history of the game.
Simple. Y'all don't know the history of the game, and that's happening everywhere. Look, we living in a country right now where they're trying to remove some of the history. The problem with removing history is you're going to be doomed to repeat it because you're going to act like it never happened. It did happen. Like back in the days, cats couldn't go nowhere. So now that guys can go wherever they want, I don't think it should come with the negative connotation that these guys are weak or soft or punks. Dog, do we forget how in elementary school you used to go to the free throw line and make your free throw? You the first captain. Your boy make the free throw. He the second captain. And then you just start picking the best players. Every now and then you pick your homie, even though he ain't that good. But you always, I want the best player. Oh, you got him? I got the best player. You got him? I got the best player. Then you got smart and savvy and was like, all right, we got to snake draft this. Like, I can't just keep going back and back. Like, you get 2 and then I get 1. Then I get another one. Then you go, you get 2, I get 2. Why we keep doing this?
Shaq left Orlando and Penny and a finals team to come to LA because he wanted to do movies. But nobody talks about him ring chasing. He won his 3 championships in LA. So when you talk about discrediting Bron, 100%. And that's what it is. People are going to do that when people want to be negative about how he approached the game. Go back.
People always going to root for what they like. Like, what's that old saying? People ain't going to remember what you did. They're going to remember how you made them feel, how you make them feel. They like, what they feel, what their emotions are. Wherever you take them emotionally is where they're going to go. To the point where you can start ranking players higher than they should be just because you like them, right? And there's a lot of players you like. Also, the flip is true. You don't like them, so you ain't going to rank them that high. Let's get real. If we real, Steph Curry is going to get ranked, no matter how high he deserves, higher than that because people like him. And then Kevin Durant, no matter how high he deserves, people going to rank him lower than that. Just that simple.
All the stuff, we see it on social media. Go back and compare his 8 years with Shea's 8 years. Go back and compare his 8 years with Jokic's 8 years. One conference finals, one championship. Obviously, he was one of the higher vote getters for MVP, but he didn't qualify. But if you go look at the success he had during his tenure with LA,
You're talking about Bron's
Bron.
Yeah, so he's talking about LeBron. LeBron as a Los Angeles Laker is the same as Jokic with Denver. It's the same as Giannis with Milwaukee. It's the same. One championship, conference finals, playoff team, blah, blah, blah. But we dissing the hell out of LeBron, even though LeBron didn't even come after Kobe in the sense of Kobe was at his peak powers and the Lakers were winning championships. It was the dark days and Kobe was gone for a couple years. Then LeBron comes and he's like, yo, I can restore this. He fired old Betsy back up and she could ride again. And we mad at him. It don't make no sense, dog. That's what this is about. They're just really moving the goalposts on LeBron, whether it's because they don't like him or because he's that damn good and his expectations are absurd and they're not logical. Either way, they moving the goalposts.
No, I'm talking about.
Let me answer this. Somebody in the comments said, the Ben C said, why is he bringing up Shaq? Because if we were really looking at Shaq the way that we're looking at LeBron, he did the same thing. He was in Orlando. It didn't work out. Let me get traded. All right, I go to LA. I want to be a star out off the court. By the way, it ain't that bad that Kobe's here and Phil Jackson comes and then they win those. Like, they always are thinking out the box. They always moving when they could move. LeBron left Dwayne Wade because he was like, yo, your knee okay? Your game okay? I know you still top, but you all right? And then he saw Kyrie over there in Cleveland, where he from, and he was like, I know he all right. I'm going back to Cleveland. Come on. He traded in his boy D-Wade, whatever issues he had on the court, because D-Wade was slightly starting to show you some wear and tear. And he looked at Kyrie, he's like, ain't no wear and tear there. I'm out. Shaq did the same thing. Come on, y'all.
MVP. But I'm saying his stretch of 8 years was on par with Shea's years. Mm-hmm. Shea's going to get a statue in OKC.
Right.
It's on par with Jokic. How in LA, people are like, they glad that he's gone. Did you ever forget what it looked like before he got there? It was boo-boo.
Yeah.
And so that's, to me, when I start to see all these people, especially Lakers and LA people.
Yeah.
God rest Kobe's soul. God rest Kobe's soul.
Did y'all catch that joke? He said y'all starting center was Robert Sacre. No diss, but come on, y'all. Stop playing. And people always want to know why I'm not a clutch client. Trust me. If I was a clutch client, I wouldn't be in no trouble in any other facets of my life. Let's just be real. I'm not a clutch client, but I will always save greatness. And LeBron is great. And I'm not doing it for LeBron's sake. I'm going to be selfish about this. If sports media is allowed to criticize LeBron James, who is at worst the second best player to ever play the sport of basketball, if we give license to killing him, we all got to duck, except Michael Jordan. And I ain't living in a world where I got to duck. I'm proud of my career. I don't give a damn what somebody say. Don't line me up against somebody. I know the Hall of Famers got me beat, and then some of those fringe Hall of Famers got me beat in terms of playing football. But being real, this is going to be funny. Listen to this. I think I'm like top 2,500 player ever. I don't know where I rank. Don't really give a damn. But I know one thing. You ain't about to kill my career. I worked too hard to get there, worked too hard when I was there, and I'm too proud of it since it's over. Simple as that. And if y'all gonna kill LeBron, yeah, I know I'm in trouble.
A lot of people did, like, on the heels of Kobe's passing and LeBron, they did not want that spotlight shared in LA.
Right.
And there are Laker fans and then there's Kobe fans.
Right.
Yeah.
There's LeBron fans and then there's Laker fans.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the clash, in my opinion. The Kobe fans wanted nothing to do with Bron being in LA wearing that purple and gold because Kobe was their guy. Laker fans were like, hey, but people were miserable the whole time because there was a comparison to Kobe, and that part they missed out on so much good basketball. Right. And the dude he literally kept the all-time leading scorer title in LA. Kareem, that was one of the Lakers' big things. Kept it in LA, and like blah, blah, blah. It's been sad to watch, and I'm glad he's fucking gone. And I promise you, LA, y'all are in for an interesting 5 fucking years.
Blah, blah, blah. Let me say this, and let's be real about it. He ain't lying. Like, I just, right now, no, and I'm not a Laker fan, so I may be not the right person to to say this, but I do know LA because I'm an Angelino, you know? That 10 freeway gets gangster. And if you leave and work 5 o'clock and you on the west side and you got to get downtown to catch that Laker game at 7:30, you already know if you smart, it's probably better to leave early from work. But it's okay. You can still make it on time. But then it starts to get into motivation, right? When things get heavy and overwhelming, it ain't why you're doing them, it's what you have to do. That's when you feel it. So whenever you feel like life is too heavy, stop thinking about what you got to do and just think about why. So imagine you get off of work 5 o'clock this upcoming season, and you're like, all right, why am I going to this Laker game? To see Luka. Hell yeah, it's worth seeing Luka. What else is there? Austin Reeves? I mean, I love Austin Reeves' game, and I love how he's improved. And so now you start thinking about what you got to do. You mean I got to fight all this and do all this? Is this game still on TV? Yes, it is. I'm just telling you. Look, people going to show up. It's going to be a lot of those sellouts that is by tickets, but not by people. Like the tickets going to be sold, but the people may not be in there. I don't know. I just know that's a lot to do. 41 of them damn treks down on, that 10 freeway be gang related. I'm going to take Olympic. Okay. And then you're going to get there and you're going to see Luka and Austin Reeves is next. Meanwhile, you can be at home and watch it on the NBA package and you get to see Philly. They got Hedgecombe. They got Maxey. They got Brown. They got Embiid. They might have Brown. Man, if you don't stop playing me, I'm talking about like entertainment. I'm not just talking about ball. Austin Reeves is a baller. I'm talking about entertainment. Okay, so let's finish this topic. We got a couple more hits on this topic. Show some love to the cats who are breaking this down to the very last compound. LeBron, where you going? I know somebody that knows. You do too. Let's talk through it. Shout out to Max Kellerman. I talked to my dog yesterday. The Kellerman.
LeBron's stunning Warrior decision is how it's vaunted. Which, did they just give something away? Are they revealing something about LeBron's decision? Is he going to the Warriors?
He got on that different stroke shirt. He got that down the world don't move. Look at Rich Paul. Boy, that's them kitty shirts that I used to rock. I love them. I need one of those. Who used to make them shirts? Anyway, I'm sorry.
I don't even understand that.
So, let me just say this.
I don't know
Mitch.
what he's doing.
If he is going to the Warriors, Golden State, who, in terms of worldwide brands, you and I spent a lot of time, not together, but we see each other there up in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Because they owned the NBA championship for a while. Even when they lost, it was still Game 7 was still played up there. 15, 16, 17.
If that was
18.
to happen, Max,
You have the two faces, the two undisputed faces of the league on the same team.
What happens? First of all, you notice the NBA schedule is not out yet.
That's gangster. Come on, y'all. We got to love or hate LeBron. It is gang related. Gangster. Like the verses this Thursday, YG and Gang. I'm going to be there too. I got to be there. Somebody got to represent the other side. Let me stop. That is the most gangster thing I think I've heard since Jordan was getting those 1 year, $30 million deals. I thought that was gangster. I was like, oh man, he pulling it. In part though, he had to because he couldn't get the long-term deal he wanted. So it's not full gangster. Full gangster is the NBA and the TV partners are waiting for LeBron to say, where are you going? So we can shift the whole schedule around and put those games on TV. Ow. Do you know how hard you got to be? How good you have to be for the networks to wait on you? Y'all mad at this man.
Right.
Why isn't it out yet?
Because LeBron hasn't made his decision yet.
You said that. I did.
Or maybe he has. He just hasn't told anyone. Or maybe he has. I just don't know about it.
You also said that. No, I did. That's a good segment on the show. You said
that. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you like that segment?
We should do that. But the NBA will have to give them 60 nationally televised games.
You think they get 60?
I mean, I'm being sarcastic, but
how many?
At least half.
40 nationally televised games,
if not more.
I would say 40 sounds realistic.
Because I think Steph by himself, not by himself, but with Steph, Clay, and Dre. And then when it was the LeBron, Kyrie, K-Love, that team, I think between those two teams, they might have had 30 each nationally televised games. I could be wrong, but we should look it up. You also got to have 2 different hotels because you got to have a Fugazi hotel that you park the fake buses in front of.
And then you have to have where the players don't get harassed.
Because they won't get.
This is what I'm saying. First of all, it's Silicon Valley. LeBron.
Yo. Blah. He basically saying the star-powered entertainment value is going to be so big. Let's just keep this thing rolling. That ain't no way you're going to be doing all this. This ain't going to be normal. This is not normal. Simple as that. And I'm like, all right, it ain't got to be normal. It ain't got to be normal. Oh, let's see if Colin going to talk about it. Let's go. Let's give it up, Colin. And then we out of here on this topic. Let's go.
Something I learned about 20 years ago when I started doing syndicated radio is that cities and towns are very insecure if you criticize them. Don't criticize a Cincinnati or a Midland, Texas. Oh, they'll go crazy. But yet the state and the area of America that gets the most criticism and doesn't really fire back is California. And maybe it's because they can't hear the complaints over the ocean breeze coming through their window. They don't care what you think.
That part is too fresh out here. We don't stole too many of your greats from every city where they live. LA. All that Jay-Z, New York, King of New York, Yankee hat. Yeah, you wearing it on the West Sea for Leah, nigga.
And they never have. That doesn't mean people can't afford it and leave or they don't like the taxes. But the security of California is if all 50 states were kids, they're the best looking one with the nicest car, nicest wardrobe, best real estate, and they know tech better than everybody else too. Oh, did I mention they're rich and handsome? And my point being is LeBron James, I'm hearing all these teams that are interested. I read a story this morning about the T-Wolves, Minnesota, and the Sixers, Philadelphia. And I actually think those are really good teams.
Yeah.
And championship viable if LeBron went.
Can y'all imagine that Sixers team? Both of them, but the Sixers team would be insane. Both teams would be insane. He ain't going there, though. He got a little Zuri, a little daughter. She out here balling. What, she playing volleyball or something? He ain't going nowhere. And if he is, he's going to go as close as possible. Chris Paul, his boy, pulled this off at the end of his career. Remember when Chris Paul, what was the last stints? It was like Phoenix. Didn't he go to Golden State too? It was like Phoenix. It was like Houston. He was like basically drawing the tightest circle, the tightest NBA circle outside of Sacramento, it looked like. He was drawing the tightest NBA circle based on location to be next to the family. That's Chris Paul, his boy. Come on, y'all. We can see through this.
But it's a winter league. 80% of games in the NBA are played between late October and late March. And LeBron may be from Akron, but he moved his family to California. And I think the Warriors have a real shot because of the state of California. The weather, the golf, the friends. It's hard to explain to people. I moved to Chicago. I didn't move because I didn't like California. It's family stuff. Wife's turn to make a decision. California's great. Weather's unbelievable. I mean, the people that live in California, I always laugh.
He was about to say, I ain't want to go. I heard you. It's okay.
Ones that criticize it, from Kentucky, guy that went there once as a kid to Disneyland. These athletes that go to California, they're not going there for the tax breaks and the easy commutes and the affordable housing. You just bake that in. I mean, look at all the stars. The 3 biggest cities in the country are New York, LA, and Chicago. But New York and Chicago, amazing cities, there's not many stars that live there. But yet in California with worse traffic, less affordable housing, brutal taxes, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts. Ohtani could have gone anywhere. He was already in California. He's like, I just want to go to a better place in California, the Dodgers. Luka, Trout, Yoshi, Stafford, Puka, Garrett, McVay, even the coaches are stars. And I think about this because I live in Chicago. I've been to New York a lot. In fact, I'm going in a couple of weeks. I lived in Los Angeles. LA, you can hide in plain sight.
Look at that. Santa Monica, SoFi. Shout out to St. Monica, the Mariners, my alma mater. I'm an alum. You can hide in plain sight and you can get starstruck out there. It's like, which way you want to play it?
If you're a celebrity, it's hard to hide in a lot of places. And I keep thinking about this with LeBron, is that LeBron's got cold Minnesota, stacked roster, cold Philadelphia, great roster. He could go back to Cleveland. I would totally understand that. That's different. That's home. Home's different. I don't like rain, but, you know, the Pacific Northwest is where I'm from. It feels different when I visit. It just does. It's where I grew up. The land, the soil, the friends, the weather, the teams. Home doesn't count.
Home doesn't count. Home doesn't count. So you can give him the exemption of going back to Cleveland, except I don't think it's going to be the exception this time. I don't think he's going to pick it because he already left them with the best taste in their mouth, pause, that you could ever leave them with. I was forced to come here. Played 7 years, got y'all to the finals. Can't do it right now. Look at this roster. Let me go get it where I know it's going to be obvious. Me, Bosh, Wade, what? I'm going to come back, though. I'm coming back. I just got to go stack my chips. I'll be back. Chill. Then he come back. Wow. Give you one of the best championships ever. We beat the best team in the regular season in NBA history, 73-win team. Come back from 3-1. Can't do no better. The story has been written. There will be no sequel or trilogy, I should say. There will be nothing responding to that. That was the best ending. There's only going to be Rocky 2. He ain't doing Rocky 3, which obviously Rocky 3 and Rocky 4 are probably the best ones. Anyway, you're not going back there. Why are you going to go back there and mess up all that great? I mean, you left that place perfect. They were pumped. They went from burning your jersey to whatever you want, King, whatever you want, King. You're going to Golden State, y'all. Let's stop playing these games.
But I keep coming back to, once you live in LA, man, if you can afford it, it is hard to leave California. Steph Curry doesn't take phone calls. Steve Kerr, yeah, give me a couple more years. Everybody knows it's expensive. Everybody knows about the earthquake. Everybody knows about the traffic. Everybody knows about everything. And no state gets ripped more. But I'm thinking as LeBron, I've been told he's going to make a decision. I believe he's going to make a decision tomorrow. I think he's so calculated. He knows I'm going to let these 2 big World Cup games go by. I'm going to come in tomorrow afternoon or Friday and make the call. I really believe that. It doesn't bother me at all. He's always been a smart business guy. I want to,
That's another angle. I love Colin, man. Why we all, not all, let me stop being hyperbolic. People questioning LeBron like LeBron ain't already did this, handled this, did it properly. And no matter how you do it, they're going to take it or twist it the way they want to. He literally sat in a Boys and Girls Club with a button down on, gave him $5 million before he even showed up and said, look, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach. And we destroyed this dude. You think he give a damn about how long we want to wait in our timeline? And when you want to make a decision, the TV networks are waiting. The fans are waiting. Oh, you're a power freak. Oh, you just want attention. You're an attention whore. Shut up, dog. Do what I want. I hope he actually literally recreates the decision. I hope he goes on the golf course, puts on the polo, and then he just has Jim Gray there. Just do it again. Like, just finger in their face. Shut up. Just do it. Do it.
And he's letting this thing froth. And it's Minnesota and it's Philadelphia and everybody's talking about it. I think LeBron's sitting there thinking, listen, I can't guarantee a championship with Cleveland, Philadelphia, Minnesota, but I could be a 50-minute flight from home. That flight up and down California, San Francisco, look out the window. I've flown it a few times. Man, it's pretty.
And quick. Pretty is pretty quick, as we say. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, man. I'm LeBron, man. Look, I learned a valuable lesson maybe a week or two ago. And I've been saying it and professing it for so long, but I had to learn it. I had to really internalize it. I had to really see it executed, which is, what does selfish and what does selfless have in common? What does selfish and selfless have in common? Self. Yeah, it's weird. I know we in this world, we get told, a lot of our world is told to us externally, like in terms of we supposed to care about you or care about it or care about, achievement, accolade, people, all these things outside of you. And then to juxtapose that, to contrast that, isn't it crazy in real life? You could be doing that. And there are people pleasers out there. There are socialites. There are people who just want to just kiss up to everybody. Friend circles, like I'm down for my N-words. I'm down for my ninjas. Everybody, I represent my block. Down for my hood. Like everybody always talking about what they are based on an association externally. And then what hits you in life more important than anything else? The old saying, health is wealth. And what is health? Health ain't them. Health ain't that building. Health ain't that hood. Health is what's going on the inside with you. Mental, physical, spiritual. Ain't it gangster? You learn the hard way that health is wealth. But before then, you trying to get wealth. And how do you get wealth? Out there. You use everything in here to get it out there. Everything you want out there is already in here. Mentally, vision, attributes. So I had to learn that the hard way, even though I knew that. I knew it, but I wasn't living that. I was putting other things before me. Gang related, dog. If I'm LeBron, and I know LeBron knows this, I'm putting me first. He thinking about his daughter, which is him, and he like, yo. I think that dude is going to Golden State. That's my bet. Y'all bet. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Where is he going?